Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Vanilla Classic, the Bloodsail Buccaneers server, and our Hardcore Hunter playthrough. We have to turn in Princess's Collar, I realize. So we are heading south to do just that. Afterwards, we're going to head over to the northwest, and we'll visit the Westbrook Garrison. Hope you guys are doing well today, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night for you. And thank you so much for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I really do appreciate it. Now the question is, which farm is she going to be at? Inventory space is looking pretty decent. I did vendor right before I left the inn. No unspent talent points, that's a good sign. The bad news is we gotta go to the other farm. It's not bad news because that's kind of the direction we need to head anyway. The really bad news is after 20 years, I don't know which farm is which. That's the actual bad news for me. I did do a little bit of fishing last evening, so that's up to 74. I did cooking as well, up to 72. Obviously, we still have not touched first aid. You know, I have enough silver now that we can probably afford to grab it and level it up. We have been using some of the linen for engineering, though. I didn't touch engineering. I'm still not sure if the Arclight spanners are the best way to go. They might be. I might as well just finish them off, and then we'll, at 75, maybe we can train another pattern.
What can I do for you?
Okay, we will take the feet, because apparently we never equipped any other boots besides our starting boots.
See you around.
Interesting, I believe it. There we go, that looks a little better. Okay, and from here we just need to head slightly north and slightly west. That turn-in actually worked out really well, holding on to that like we did. I'll have to remember that for the future. Hold on to the Princess turn-in until we're heading over to Westbrook Garrison. Just makes it a lot easier. Well, that's neat. We leveled up from discovering the forest edge. That's pretty significant. I like it when that happens. Let's have a look here. Marksmanship, we are still pouring points into efficiency, further reducing the mana cost of our shots and stings. That's just going to let us fight more before we have to drink. So in my mind, this is the best choice we have right now. I don't need improved concussion shot, I don't think. If I was trying to play without a pet, if I was doing like a no pet challenge, this would be what I would go into first. We'll grab the Hogger poster, even though it'll probably be a while before we can do it. You know, I did receive word that it was okay if our pet died. We didn't have to delete the pet or dismiss the pet if they die. I think we could probably kill Hogger.
Light be with you.
Yeah, he's a level 11 elite. We're level 13.
For the Alliance.
We're gonna at least give it a shot, and worst case scenario, we have to sacrifice the pet and run away. Okay, so we are looking for Knoll armbands, and perhaps Hogger if we do come across him. I am going to work on the ones on the outskirts, away from the main camps. And we'll do that as long as we can before we have to work our way in if we need to find some more. Possibly we'll just get respawns on the outskirts of all the big camps. Because yeah, we really don't want to risk pulling a 3 or 4 enemy group. It would be bad. Oh, look at you. Young forest bear just creeping up on us. Yeah, now the sad thing is he doesn't... You know what? I probably have to visit the pet trainer, don't I? I was going to say he doesn't seem to learn any more abilities, but I bet I have to visit the pet trainer. Do you think there would be a pet trainer in Stormwind? We're going to find out today. Yeah, I think the part of the equation I'm missing is that you need to go to the pet trainer and learn abilities from them, and then you can get at them in your beast training book, right? I'm sure I'll get some comments on that from the video that I put live today that I recorded yesterday, where I asked some of these questions. It's kind of the bad thing. Well, I mean, I'm only usually a day behind you guys, so... But sometimes that day behind makes a big difference. Like, if I had decided to let this guy go, I think, without going to the pet trainer, I don't know if that would have benefited us at all. So yeah, I think I have to hold on to him for now. I really wish their ability trees were fully open. I really wish he could learn charge. That would be really cool. And that was kind of what I thought was originally going to happen. And I kind of immediately thought, well, that would be overpowered, but that would be really interesting. Okay, see, I can't take any of these guys. I was hoping there'd be more on their own. We do have lots of other people here. 26 people. It's it's a Monday. Where I'm at though, it's the beginning of spring break in Michigan. Yeah, and it's like it's 50 degrees and raining outside. So yeah, that's spring-like. Another dreary, depressing day, which I will choose to spend most of here in Elwyn Forest. And in Last Epoch. If you guys haven't checked out the Last Epoch playthrough, some of the zones feel like it's going to have a pretty chill vibe. Not at all like the darkness or craziness of like a Diablo or a Path of Exile. It seems just like a fantasy world. With like, you know, pleasant areas, dark areas, wintry areas. Just, you know, what you'd expect out of something like WoW or any older RPGs. We can probably do this. I feel like... I'm gonna eat this buff food for like a little bit of a boost, but I mean, this seems fine to me. I'm gonna pull him back a bit because I'm feeling like there's probably gonna be like an entourage up here. That being said, man, he's dealing a lot of damage to our pet. I probably should have had the boar for this, right? Someone healed our pet! Oh, so amazing. Oh man, we got saved. Yeah, he saved our pet. So, and hey, we completed the Hogger quest at level 13. Seems pretty overpowered. We would have been able to get him, I think, even had the pet went down. We could have kited that last little bit, unless he had another charge. I think we would have been fine, but I really appreciate the heal. That was clutch, my man. Thank you so much. Oh, and look at how all these guys are respawning. That's perfect. Yeah, I can't get too high on my victory here, though. I have to make sure that I'm going slow and pacing myself. It would suck to kill Hogger and then get taken out by a camp of rando gnolls. All these camps we're seeing that are empty are going to respawn soon, so we have to be aware of that and probably be a little bit careful. Let's put our back up against the tree here. Three out of 8. We're not doing bad. We should probably help him. What goes around comes around, pay it forward and all that. Just make it a little stress-free for you. Maybe he wanted the challenge, but if he wanted the challenge, he can get him safely once and wait for the respawn if he really needs to. No one's dying to Hogger today on my watch. Not that I'm gonna watch for long. We're gonna get out of here soon. But and by soon I mean, you know, we'll get out of here in a little while. We're kind of waiting on respawns. Here we go. It'd be really nice if a couple of people started to bust up these bigger groups so we can kind of tag some and pull some out. They're just kind of wasted mobs right now, you know? You guys all know how much I love running circles through an area. Trying to make sure it's not... Ooh, darn, I did not expect him to respawn up here. That was almost bad. I wouldn't want to fight him unprepared like that. I don't want to fight him again, period, really. Now, see, I can't control that, so like a dungeon, you kill the guy once, right? You don't ever go back in. In the open world, if I were to kill him again, would that, like, flag me or something? I don't know. You know how, like, you're, as a part of the roleplay rules, you're only supposed to kill a boss once? It's almost like the same thing would go for named guys. Except that, you know, they spawn in the world so you could aggro them accidentally. Aha, see, oh good, we already picked it up and I didn't notice it. I'm glad we got another one, otherwise this would have sat in my bags until I saw the comments. This note is a schedule with a list of days and times when a person described only as the collector will receive a shipment of gold from the mines in Elwyn Forest. I don't know how they're getting gold out of the mines that are overrun with kobold. From the schedule, it looks as if the collector resides near the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch in eastern Elwyn. This sounds important. You should report it to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. We most certainly will. Oh, Spoder pet. That's cool. I never think of spiders as even being something you can tame as pets. It has never really occurred to me, you know? I don't know if I could do it. It would be really cool. I just don't know if I can do it. What I really want for my pet is one of the owls from Fellwood. I really want a flying pet. I know it's going to set some of you guys off because I don't think any flying pets are any good for anything. For soloing, for group play, I don't think they're any good. But I really like having like a bird, a pet that flies. They're a little bit smaller, they take up a little bit less space in my mind. Like, I don't know, some of the ground pets are okay. I will eventually find something that I just really like the look of, and that's what we'll end up going with regardless of what kind of creature it is. It's kind of how I have to do it. That has to be part of the joy of playing the hunter, is eventually finding just that awesome mob that you like that you've seen before but didn't really think about taming because you're not really a hunter player. Yeah, like eventually we're gonna do that.
Greetings. Be careful.
And we found out one of the last times we were through here that, guys, there's a vendor inside the Westbrook Garrison. Did you guys know you can go inside the Westbrook Garrison? I didn't know this for 20 years until last time we came through here. Our inventory was full. And yeah, there's a bunch of vendors in here.
What are you looking for?
So, pretty nice actually.
For the Alliance.
Let's save ourselves a little bit of time since we are going to have to run out east. Well, do we want to do that now? No. This is the longer run. Let's save our Hearthstone for after we've taken out the collector. That would be the smart idea. But you know what? I think I want to make a stop in Stormwind for a bit. I want to see if they have a hunter pet trainer, so that we can maybe get this guy some skills and pull our boar back out. That is kind of what I'd like to do. The boar will eat all the fish I have for him. And this guy is actually too picky. He doesn't like that. He'll eat, you know, charred wolf meat though, which I should be feeding him that instead of the buff food. But we'll be making more buff food relatively soonish. Like, as long as we can get down into here. Like, we just need some coyote meat. Wolf meat. Oh, we can even make wolf meat with buffs on it. Okay. We should be good. Eventually we'll be able to make more buff food. Clams have a buff on them actually, and so does the coyote steak. Alright, let's turn into Marshal Dugan, and then we will head north to Stormwind.
Well met.
This is really cool. The fact that we were able to take out Hogger is amazing. And there we go. There's our new vest with some actual stats on it. I've heard of this collector, but I don't know whom he's working for. Thank you for the schedule. It will help us solve this mystery. If the collector is taking gold from our mines, then he's stealing from the kingdom. Bring the collector to justice and bring me the ring mentioned in the pickup schedule you gave me. It may well tell us whom the collector is. This guy likes to use the word whom. He is all on top of it. That pickup schedule says the collector is hiding out at the Brackwell Pumpkin Patch. You should search for him there. We know exactly where he is. There's one house. It's got 4 roommates. You know, it's got 1 bedroom. It sounds like the kind of place some Blizzard employees would be forced to live because of their low wages. A zing. And that's the only one for today, folks. We have not seen any minerals today, have we? It's kind of one of the side effects, I think, of having so many active players. Is that sometimes you don't come across any ore. We're going to have to like devote some time to actually searching some out, I think. Unless, you know, unless we are moving on to tin soon, which maybe we are. What's the highest I've ever been able to get my mining? I think I've been able to mine tin. And maybe once we were able to mine some silver, which is just like a rare equivalent. It's like a near the same skill level, I think. It's just like rare. I don't even know if I've ever been able to mine iron. We're doing lots of new stuff in this playthrough, and I like it. Engineering, progressing mining, and just the hunter class in general. All things that I have not done a lot of. And I should probably think more about that, like what have I done the least of in the game as far as both classes, specs, professions, and maybe start pairing some of that up during these hardcore runs. For the future, because the hunter here is going to live forever. And the cool thing is I'm getting the sense that once we get a few levels on enemies, we will be able to do some of those elite villages. Right now I'm thinking about the ogres in Loch Madan up in the northeast. It would be dangerous to go inside the cave. But we're going to have traps. We're going to have traps, I think, by then. If we have traps, you know, I'd be willing to try some of those elite villages and see if we can get those rewards. That would be a really good way for us to get decent quest rewards where we don't have to risk our biscuit in a dungeon. Well, we are going to do dungeons. We're going to do dead mines because we are going to live long enough to do dead mines. But the caveat being, I have to get all the quests first. We can only do the dungeon once, so I literally have to do... We're going to have to find a way to take on the pillagers. Because I have to do that chain in order to get all of the quests. So let's talk to one of the guards right here and just see if there's even a hunter trainer.
King's honor.
Anywhere. There is a hunter trainer, of course, in the Dwarven district. That's awesome. It makes sense, and I'm glad it's there. And then I'm assuming there will be a pet trainer there, too. I don't think we need the train. Did we train level 12? Can't recall. Maybe we do need to train level 12. I like how the city streets are empty during the day. Everyone's out grinding. The only people in the city are people here on business. It actually like it makes the cities make more sense and feel more realistic than seeing hundreds of players just standing in the square, you know, just bouncing around, bouncing. It's more realistic that during the middle of the day people would be like about their business. It does kind of almost draw you into the RP elements of it, just at least internally. How this mode of gameplay does, and being here on this server kind of also just kind of draws you into that roleplay frame of mind. We've definitely got an engineering trainer back here somewhere, so we're going to check that out as well. Stable master. Ooh, we just kind of hit the end of that. I'm assuming maybe inside of here? Yeah, here we go. Pet trainer. Oh, yeah, see, there are some things here. But yeah, that's it. Okay.
See you soon.
He's got a lot of TP. So I think at this point, guys, I think I'm gonna pull my boar back out. No, I can't just switch them, can I?
Talk to me.
I can just switch them. Oh, that's amazing. I thought I was gonna have to let this boy go. Okay, we can hang on to him for now. Oh, that's super cool. Okay.
Watch your back.
Alright, I really like that. Now let's take a look. Now, oh yes, now he can learn bites. Okay, I get it. So we probably got that right away, right? I probably didn't have to use the wolf for long at all. As long as he was level 10, that probably gave us access to bite, didn't it? That's really cool. Oh, now bite rank 2 though. We never got bite rank 2 with our wolf. Requires level 8. It doesn't tell me when they would learn it. Let's do greater... Ooh, we can't afford greater stam. Can't afford anything. Oh, we're not high enough level. Okay, okay, so we got some TP. We'll gain some levels. I think we'll eventually have to pull the wolf back out to get to level him up to get bite 2. Yes, no?
What's on your
Definitely looking for guidance here on that. And my worry is, man, I want to tame another type of pet eventually, right? Like a cat, but I don't really want to throw away any of my pets. I'm gonna have to make some hard choices. Men pet, yeah, could have been useful against Hogger. Arcane shot 2, of course we need that. Distracting shot. This causes threat. I don't need that. I'm not gonna spend money on it right now. And wing clip could be good. I'm gonna grab it. It's a lot of silver.
Watch your back.
And I'll put it on the bar. Just if something gets into melee, maybe it's killed the pet. Maybe we have a small chance to get away. Maybe this is all that we can do to live. You know what I mean? So I will put it out on the bar. Let's put it down here. Raptor Strike 2 is out. Do we have to pull out Arcane Shot? Is it a spell? Yes, it does not automatically update the way some melee abilities do, so we do have to go into our spell book and grab the next rank. We have Serpent Sting rank 2, that's fine. Okay. I think we're good. So now this guy has bite, which I guess is just like another attack, right? Engineering trainer. If I were an engineering trainer, I would be somewhere nearby. Or not. We need a guard, I guess. You are not a guard. You are not going to tell us anything useful. Here we go. Journeyman engineer.
Good day to you.
You have nothing. At 75. Okay, so we can do that. Let's head over to the anvil over here. And we'll crank out some arclight spinners. You know, we should probably smelt. We don't have a lot to smelt, so yeah, let's do that. Let's create all of these. I will drink some coffee. Now, I'm just going to make a couple of these to get to 75, and then we'll go train. Oh, that did not get us a skill up. How dare you?
Hey.
We got a new ammo there, which is going to be amazing. Probably means we're about to ditch all of our existing ammo. Oh, we need coarse stones, which we don't have yet. Huh. Interesting. So coarse stones, are those going to come from just like different mining nodes? Yeah, because we need the coarse blasting powder now to do anything else. Okay. And then we had the shot, right? Let's see. We need the coarse blasting powder. Alright, so not anything we can do about that right now. We could probably sell the Arclight spanners.
I've the finest wares in the land. Off with you.
Okay, yeah, I think now we are good to go back out. Do we want a hearth now? I think we won't. I think we'll still hold the hearthstone. What we're going to do is we're going to comb the countryside a little bit. We are going to be looking for some more ore. I don't think we're going to get any coarse stone until we are either in Loch Modan or possibly in Westfall. But it's good that we're leveling it up enough to come up against that barrier of just you're not in the area yet where you need to even be able to level this. So you're good. You're leveled up for now. We can probably safely leave the starting zones, and we probably won't have to come back to farm professions. We'll just have to make sure that we are consistent about taking our time in zones enough to keep the professions going along with the zone so that we don't have to do a lot of backtracking. That's how I would like to do it. I'd like to spend enough time in a zone to work on professions while we're in it, than to have to come back and devote entire swaths of time just to professions. When questing wise we've moved on. What it ends up meaning is that we'll probably spend a little bit more time in a zone initially, but that we won't really have to circle back anywhere. I should grab the flight point, because as a dwarf I don't start with this. I can't remember if we grabbed it. We did grab it, right? We grabbed it once the first time we came through. Let's just double check, and then we'll swim out. Yeah, we did grab it. Sometimes it's hard to remember which characters did what. If you can believe that. So I think I want to go to the south here, and then we will cut across to the east. I want to get near the ridges and stuff where we're likely to find ore. that's kind of the plan. I obviously wouldn't mind fighting some stuff along the way as long as we can get a little bit of kill XP from it. Like the stuff over here, not so much. Nice, Shadow Gem. Now we know to shove that in the bank in case we need it, like we needed the Malachite. You guys are level 8. You guys look like you're probably up to no good. You're humanoid, so you could drop some surprisingly good loot. The Hunter is just a joy to play. It's so smooth. It just feels good to press the buttons. We've got a little bit more TP. Can we get any of these? Are we at level yet? No, he needs some levels. We had the wolf out for a lot longer than I really thought about, didn't we? What level is this guy? He's level 11. Yeah, he's got a couple levels to catch up to us. Which is a good reason to be fighting stuff, but again, if it doesn't give us experience, then he's not going to level from it either. And Elwyn Forest is quickly becoming a lower level, under level area for us. There's got to be some ore around here, right? Well, if there was, then this warrior would have probably... Actually, I saw him herbing. Doubting that... Oh, you're doing potions alchemy, aren't you? Yep. Okay, so you're not... You don't need this. Nice. There's a couple of nodes over here by Jared's Landing, but this is kind of a dangerous place. We got a big pull here to our right. I want this guy. What can we do about this? I think we can figure something out. He's not an elite. He doesn't have wings on his dragon. But he's with like 3 or 4 other guys. We could kill him one by... Oh, shite. That is more than 3 guys. We're not going to do this. The reward is not going to be worth the risk, but it would be interesting to be able to get him. Right now, the reward is the copper. Let's just stick with that, okay? And keep our hunter alive for another day. Lots of ore down here. I don't think people often come this far south in Elwyn to like travel and get anywhere. It's probably important to think about stuff like that when you want to be farming any kind of resources when the population of the area is high. Trying to get to areas and take routes that other people are not necessarily going to take because they're out of the way. And for me, I like kind of seeing different parts of the zone that we don't often hang out in. That's kind of the cool thing about professions like mining and herbing is that they drive you into nooks and crannies of the world that you otherwise wouldn't see. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. It would be cool if the pets got rested experience from the time that they were stabled, similar to how we do from inns. I doubt that is an actual thing, but it would be a cool thing nonetheless. And it would make perfect sense. That guy instantly respawned. He was so eager to have another go at it. I feel like we should just be auto-shotting these guys. I probably should not even be wasting the mana to Arcane Shot. It's not worth it. Especially with the boar back out and how much tankier he is than the wolf. Sometimes with the shortness of the character and the height of the ground clutter, it's hard to get a decent screenshot for the thumbnail. I know, what a thing to complain about, but... the ground clutter can be as dense as it is. It needs to be about half as tall. Like these flowers right here, they are the perfect ground clutter height. The red ones are getting a little tall and all the weeds are too tall. And I know that out of the wild, grass can grow like head high on a man. Doesn't mean I want it to be covering my dwarf when I play the game. Let's get our UI back up here. That'd be very, very helpful. And let's check out what's going on inside the house. There's a chest right here, which I am very interested in. But just these guys in here right now, so I'm going to take them out. Pretty quickly, I think. And then we just have to wait for the collector to respawn. We can just stand inside of the hut here. But you have to know I'm grabbing this chest, buddy. I appreciate the helping hand and everything. Okay, we've got like massive, massive respawns going on. We've got a pet that is not perfectly happy, and I don't like that. Oh, the fish. See, yeah, he likes the fish. There we go. Hey, at least somebody likes the fish. Okay. Yeah, so these guys are back again. This is not how this is supposed to go. Oh, jeez. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Let's keep the pet on passive. Let's draw this sucker out. And let's run. And we're just gonna kite him until he's dead. And then we're gonna go. Let's leash them. She picked up on somebody else. Okay, so they're off of us now. And everyone else should be okay? No, we're gonna have to help. We are not gonna... oh, they're evading. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to get that guy killed. That was like, they all went onto him because he healed us, I think. And I wasn't gonna let that happen. But luckily they evaded out. Okay, so we got the ring. Yeah, we're done here, right? Manhunt.
Need help?
You found him. Well done, Rambles. He won't be collecting from the Elwyn mines again. And this ring you found is interesting. It's a membership ring for the old Stonemasons Guild in Stormwind. Why would a lowly thief have an artisan guild ring, and why are the Defias thieves collecting money from our mines? Difficult questions. I one day hope we'll have answers.
For the Alliance.
Alright, let's sell some stuff.
What are you looking for?
I guess we don't need rough stone anymore, right? Because we're moving on to coarse stone. Charred wolf meat I don't really need. Now that we can feed him the fish. The light leather I'm gonna hang on to. I feel like if there are crafting things that I need cloth for, it's likely that there will be crafting recipes that I need a little bit of leather for as well. So we're gonna try to shove that into our bank at some point along with the shadow gems. Alright, that should be good for now.
Be careful.
And as for what we want to do next, I think we need to go back to Lochmadan. We have a slew of quests to finish there, at least a handful of them near the mine. They have a mine there, the Golbalar Quarry. And we have to deal with a little bit of a trog problem there for those guys. And there's an elite. Oh, we're gonna get the elite guy above the ranch. And it's probably gonna be pretty easy from what I've seen so far. And we might even be level 14 by then. And I believe he's got like a level 11 or level 12 mobs. Very similar to Hogger, right? I feel like all the zones have their elite. We fought the Night Elf elite on the Rogue right after we got dual wielding, and he was a level 10 or 11 elite. It feels like every starting zone has a Hogger equivalent. I can't think of Durator right now. No. But I feel like there's probably at least one elite guy in all the starting zones. And it seems that Rogue can take them out with dual wield. I don't know if I would have fought Hogger with the Rogue. I don't know what possessed me to fight that elite in the first place, honestly. I guess I was never really feeling the Rogue to begin with, honestly. So I thought, hey, at least make it exciting, see if we can kill an elite, and we did. Much to my chagrin, we killed him pretty easily. Thanks to the boost from having one weapon to having 2 weapons. Oh man, I don't know what it's like, obviously, because I haven't gotten there, but it must feel super meaningful on this server to have a high-level character. It really must, in a way that, like, yeah, back in the day, when you see somebody standing around in Orgrimmar with, like, a really cool set of tier gear, you knew that they played a lot and that they were awesome. This achievement's a little bit different. A little bit different than just getting to max level and with your buddies killing a bunch of raid bosses over and over again. You know, that just takes time, right? This takes time, a lot of time, and it takes other things as well, like patience, forgiving yourself for mistakes. Yeah, and I'm just like, man, that's going to be really cool. I hope we get there one day. I hope we can have that max level character in some decent armor. You know, we're never going to be fully decked out in anything too great because, you know, one boss, one kill, one character. But yeah, just to be a high-level character. One of the few. Okay, so there we go. There's our /who 60. So I think that's searching the whole world, right? We got 11 people. 11 people. Most of them are, despite the fact that people always say that warrior is the most difficult hardcore class, it's the one most people play, and at a glance it's the one that most people get to 60. And then mage, which after playing mage in Wrath of the Lich King, I can kind of see how mage would be pretty good in hardcore if you were playing with that mentality. Obviously it's very easy just to get a mage killed. But if you're playing with the hardcore mentality, then I feel like the mage has a lot of tools. Frost Novas, mage armors, general slows on a lot of their abilities. Blink. I feel like the mage could go, you know, for a while. We will do a mage run in the future. I think, I don't know what comes after this, but I like going between ranged and melee. But we're gonna be on our hunter for a while. It's gonna be a good journey. No plans to start a second hardcore run anytime soon. I feel like, yeah, one at a time is probably the way to go. I can see that if you got your character way up there, like you're in level 30s, 40s, 50s, and slow going, right? Maybe you want to roll something fresh on the side. And then, yeah, that would be something maybe we could do much later on. Really depending on what else we got going on the channel and what else we're into. Guys, in full transparency, I'm going to get to the end of the tram here, get out into Ironforge where we're getting arrested XP, and then that's probably going to be the end of the episode for today. So if you want to peel out now while we're on the tram, I totally understand. We're going to pick up next time over in Dunmora. We'll go to the Gobalar Quarry and we'll work on things there. We'll take on that elite north of the ranch. And after that, I think we're going to go right into Loch Modan. There are some level 11 quests where the mobs are level 9 through 9 and 10, like low-level mobs. Trogs and kobolds, and we're going to take those guys on. And after we do those quests, after we've done the initial questing over in Loch Modan, we'll grab the Karnos flight point, and hoping to be level 15 by the time we go into Westfall. That would be my ideal level. Where did our pet go? Our pet just like went way off book. That's the fear, right? That's the fear. And if this were a dungeon, he'd have pulled like 7 groups on his way back to us. Whew. But yeah, that's the plan, guys, for next time. Thank you all so very much for joining me today and for all of the support on the hardcore run here on the Hunter. I really do appreciate you. Take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again sometime very soon. Bye for now.